guys, welcome back to my channel. We are here, another episode of Raw Moments. I want to say this is episode 3, and this video has definitely been filmed way later than what it was supposed to. I was supposed to film this video like 3 or 4 days ago, and let's talk about why it didn't happen. So basically, also apologies in advance because I'm gonna be very fidgety during this video. I'm like super anxious, my anxiety is super high, and so I'm gonna be like, doing a lot of moving around to try to like distract myself from the fact that I'm so anxious, but just bear with me. Basically, I have had a really rough week in the sense of like my motivation just hasn't been there, and I go through these like peaks and valleys, I guess you can call them, where I feel like super motivated and like ready to film and ready to like share my story and talk. And then I go through these moments where I'm like, I want to shut down, I don't want to talk to anybody, I don't want to be around anybody, I don't want to share, I don't want to film. And this week was definitely a week where I lacked the motivation to film anything. I've been posting pretty consistently on TikTok for the past like 2 weeks, and this week the content that I was like posting was like pre-recorded content. And then a few of the videos that I posted was something that I just like picked up the camera and just filmed really quick and posted it. Like it wasn't anything that was like too serious. And it's because I just didn't have the motivation to do it this week. And especially for my YouTube channel, like it takes more work to, plan and sit down and film than it does for TikTok. And I have just been really hard on myself, I guess. And if you watched last week's episode of Raw Moments, and I was talking about, like the things that God has been showing me, and, I know that it's my time, and like, all of these things. And I do 100% truly believe that. But this is the other side of things where it's not that I don't trust him. I am losing trust in myself that I am capable of doing this. And I definitely have those moments where I question myself, and it has nothing to do with, consciously anyway, it has nothing to do with the fact that I don't trust that God has a plan or that he's, directing me the right way. It's everything about myself, and more like being hard on myself, or, attacking myself for not being perfect, or, something not happening the way that I wanted it to. And so that is what has been going on this past week, and really just made it that much harder to sit down and film this video. And so that's why the topic of this video is definitely based on the fact that I have no motivation to do anything right now, and that the devil is really trying me. He is really trying me right now, and I'm doing everything in my power to not allow him to throw me off my game, because I know, and I've heard multiple times, I've seen multiple signs that are like, when the devil works double time, it's because he sees that you're walking your purpose, that you are following God's plan, and that he doesn't want you to do that. He wants you to, go against what God is telling you. And this week he's been working double time. He's been working really, really, really hard, and he is playing at all of my weaknesses and all of the things that I beat myself up about. Those are the things that he's like shining a light on, and it has definitely been distracting me from doing what I need to do to the fullest. I haven't 100% like just shut down, which is something that I usually do when I feel like this. I just completely shut down and I don't do anything, and that's why I'll go like weeks or months of not filming content. I didn't do that this time where I completely shut down. It just wasn't being done to the best of my ability, and so he's trying, and I know that he's trying, but I am trying my hardest to fight against that, and I know that God is giving me the strength to be able to do that. I pray every single day, every single morning, every single night. In the morning when I wake up, I pray for the strength, and at night I pray, that I'm thankful that he gave me the strength throughout the day. And me having motivation or not having motivation doesn't change my prayer. It just makes me pray a little bit harder each time I pray, that I am continuing to walk in my purpose, and that I'm not letting, things distract me and, help me be better for the next day. And so last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, I bought a new Bible, and I already had a Bible, but I had never opened it. And, prior to buying this new Bible that I got off Amazon, I had never opened a Bible before to read it. And something in me, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, something in me was like, buy a Bible that you're going to read. The first Bible that I already have, I bought that when I was in the deep dark moments of my depression, and my mom is the one that was like, I need you to get a Bible and to sleep with it, because that was a really dark time where I really thought I wasn't going to be here anymore. And I'm sure because my mom, saw me every day, she probably felt the same way. And for her, me having a Bible was like a little bit extra support to make sure that I just held on and, pushed through. And so that Bible, since I bought it, has always, been by my bed or on my nightstand, like somewhere close to me when I'm sleeping, but I never opened it up to read it. But I was watching a TikTok, and this girl, she has a podcast where she talks about, Bible scriptures or, whatever. And I happened to be scrolling, and one of the videos that she had posted was, people ask me like, how do you read your Bible, or like, how do you know where to start? And so she did a video where she was basically saying like, this is the, really good beginner's Bible. This is where you should start. And so because of that video, I was influenced to buy the Bible that she was talking about. And so I bought it off Amazon. It got here 2 weeks ago, but I still hadn't opened the Bible to read it. I just kept telling myself, I'm going to open it, I'm going to read it, I'm going to open it, I'm going to read it. And I, told myself like, it's going to be a part of my routine, whether I read it in the morning or I read it before I go to sleep, but it's going to be a part of my routine, but I just hadn't opened it yet. Well, I told myself 2 days ago, you know what, starting on Sunday, I want to make sure that I'm getting back into my routine, because me not having motivation, I've been all over the place, my head's all over the place, I haven't stuck to routine, I haven't been consistent with a lot of things. And so I told myself like, okay, look, on Sunday, you're starting your routine back up, you're going to incorporate reading your Bible into your routine, and that's what it's going to be. But last night, I had a dream that I was reading my Bible. And so this morning when I woke up, for me, I took that as a sign for me to pick up my Bible and read it. And when I woke up this morning, I took a shower and I was like, okay, I'm going to get my Bible, I'm going to read it. But as I washed my hair this morning in the shower, and when I was standing, in my mirror, and I was, putting my conditioner in my hair and, brushing it out, all these thoughts were like going through my mind, like, oh, you know what, you said you were going to read it tomorrow, just do it tomorrow. You were going to start your new routine tomorrow, so just wait until tomorrow to do it. You don't need to do it today. Or, you know what, don't do it right now because you have other things that you need to do. So just read it tonight before you go to sleep. Like all of these things that were just like, don't read it. And I'm like, there's a reason that I had that dream, that I was reading it, and then that my first thought when I woke up was to read my Bible. So why now am I having all these thoughts about reasons I shouldn't read my Bible? And so I'm just, thinking whatever. I finished, brushing my hair out, put it up in a clip, let it condition, and I, walk back into my room and I look at my Bible and I'm like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. And then something's like, no, pick up the Bible and read it. And so I'm like, okay, I picked it up, grabbed my phone, I go upstairs to the living room, and I immediately grab the remote. And I grab the remote no matter what. When I wake up in the morning, if my mom's not already in the living room, I grab the remote and put on something to watch. And so it wasn't not normal for me to grab the remote, but I grabbed the remote and I sat down and I started to put something on. And then I look down and I see, obviously my Bible sitting there on the couch, and I'm like, read the Bible. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Let me make some coffee. So I go put the coffee on and I sit back down. And again, the thought is like, oh, put something on the TV, which again is completely normal for me because it doesn't matter if I'm reading or I'm doing homework or, whatever I'm doing. I always have the TV on. Like, even if it's just background noise, I always have the TV on. But something's like, no, just pick up the Bible and read the Bible. You don't need the TV on right now. And so I take it out of its packaging and I go onto my TikTok and I look for the girl who I was inspired to get this specific Bible from to see, because she said, where you should start. And so I was looking for that TikTok video, and so I found it, and then I because I also bought Bible highlighters. And so when I looked at the video and saw what, where she said to start, I open the Bible and I look for, what those things are, and I highlight those things so I can remember, like, okay, these are the ones that I want to start with. And so I go to the first thing that she says and I read maybe, a couple of lines, and then something in me is like, hold on, close the Bible. And so of course I'm confused because I'm like, all of this to read it and don't read it and read it and don't read it. Why now? What am I, trying to read it and then now it's close the Bible. So I close it and something in me, it says, pray about reading the Bible. And so I pray about it. And I wouldn't say that I, when you see, like, you go to church or you watch, sermons on YouTube or, wherever, and certain people pray, they have like a kind of like, they know, it sounds like they just know the right words, and like their prayer just sounds so like, such a beautiful way to say things. And I'm not that kind of prayer. Like, I pray whatever comes to my mind. Like, I don't have like a specific way that I pray. And so I'm praying, but there's no like, it's more intention of what my point is in praying versus, oh, I'm trying to pick the right words to say or, sound a certain kind of way when I'm praying. And so basically when I pray, I just say, I don't know how to read the Bible. I don't understand how I'm supposed to read the Bible. And, it doesn't matter where I Google search or watch videos or whatever, everybody's going to tell me a different way to read the Bible. And that's their way of reading. And I'm sure there's no one right, correct way to read it, but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm supposed to start. I don't know where I'm going to end, but I trust that when I open this Bible back up, you are going to lead me to wherever it is that you want me to read. Wherever my eyes hit the first thing, that's what I'm going to read, and I'm going to trust that's what you wanted me to see. And so, take me on the journey that you want me to go on in reading my Bible, and I trust that every single time that I open the Bible to whatever page it is, that is what you want me to see. And so I prayed the prayer, amen. And I open the Bible back up. And I end up somewhere in the middle of Psalms. I don't remember the verse it was, but I'm reading it, and in the beginning I don't know, what exactly I'm reading. I'm just reading because that's where I opened it up to. And as I'm reading it, I am so amazed at how quickly God can answer prayers. Like, He can answer your prayer within an instant. He can answer your prayer within months, within years. But it's always in the right timing of which you need it to be answered. And what I opened my Bible up to was basically telling me or giving me the reassurance that I needed, that I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and that I just need to trust myself. And it was so interesting to me because I don't not trust God. I trust 100% that He knows what He's doing, and in a different kind of way than I had before my depression, or like going through my depression. Not that I didn't trust Him before, but the type of relationship that I had with Him before versus now are just completely different. And now it's more of a like, I don't have question. I just trust that whatever it is what it is. And so this, what I read, was basically for me to understand that I also need to trust myself, because in trusting myself, I am further trusting in Him, that I'm following whatever it is that He wants me to do. And it was basically like, there's joy in the storm. And so, yes, I go through things, and I go through these peaks and valleys, and I have moments where I lose my motivation and I don't want to do anything, or I'm confused, or I'm all over the place and I don't feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But all of those things are fine. It's normal human behavior to feel that way. But the difference is, now I have a different type of trust in God, that none of those things matter, and that I don't need to sit in the moment of, I don't have motivation, so I'm not doing the right thing, and this is just what it is. It's more of the fact that, yeah, you don't have the motivation and you don't know if you're doing the right thing, but you trust in God, so just do whatever it is that you're going to do, and God will direct you. And it was so beautiful for me to experience that, because it's exactly what I needed to sit down and film this video. And if I'm 100% honest, as much as I had every intention on filming this video today, probably would not have happened if I didn't read the Bible. And so it was also another, thing that I thought about, of the battle that I was going back and forth when I was putting conditioner in my hair, of you don't need to read it right now, read it tomorrow, or whatever excuse that came to mind, was the devil trying to make sure that I didn't read it, because if I didn't read it, then I wouldn't have sat down to film this video. But because I did, I was able to sit down and film this video, and that this video will reach someone who will benefit from this video, which is the purpose of me sitting down to do this in the first place. And so it all ties back into the fact that I'm walking in my purpose, and if I just trust that God knows what He's doing, and I trust in myself that He is the one directing me, that everything will be okay, and that I am walking in my purpose no matter how much I feel like I'm making mistakes or I have lack of motivation. Using the trust that I have in Him is the same trust that I need to have in myself, that I'm doing the right thing, because I am following His plan, and there is no fault in His plan. So if I'm following His plan, there's no fault. There's no need for me to not trust myself. And so I loved that I was able to set aside the doubt of, should I read it? Maybe I shouldn't. I'll just wait, or whatever, to just do what my first mind told me to do and read the Bible, because it's because of that I was able to sit down and film this video. And that I hope that once this video is posted, and whoever watches this video will get something out of it, and then it will be the purpose of, of me doing this to begin with. And so I am just amazed at how God has been using me lately, and that he trusts me with something so big and so important, and that my purpose in life is to help people, which is something that I've always known. I just didn't know how that was going to happen. But to know that he's using something that was so dark and so scary for me to help other people, and I'm able to just follow and listen to what he's saying, and that I 100% trust and believe that I am doing this with purpose, and that I will help even one person, that it makes me feel good to know and to be able to look back and, see where I was 4 years ago and where I am now. And I'm nowhere near perfect. I'm nowhere near where I would like to be mentally, but I'm able to see the progress. And I'm able to see the progress because I trusted that God had a plan, and that I'm going through all of these things for a reason, and that I just need to continue to trust in him. So all of that to say, I hope that if you are somebody who is struggling right now of, where you think you should be or what you should be doing, that you just pray on it and trust that no matter how bad you may feel in this moment, God is going to use that pain and that suffering to bring you through to the other side, and that you are going to be okay, and that you are going to understand at some point why you're going through what you're going through, and you'll be able to look back and appreciate those moments, because right now you're probably not appreciating them, you're not understanding, and you're questioning, and that's okay. It's normal human behavior to question, but when you are 100% trusting in God, you redirect your questions to trust that it's for a reason, and then you no longer need to question it. You just know without knowing what it's for. You know it's for something. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. If you feel like this video that somebody that you know can benefit from this video, please share it with them. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would really, really, really love to, start having conversations with you guys, and you commenting, and so we can talk, and I can know that, if there's something specific that, somebody needs to hear, or, wants to know that I've gone through, or, how it can relate to them, or, whatever the case is, I genuinely do want to make sure that I'm helping people. And so that's why I do this. But I would love to have conversations with you guys. So please comment, like, subscribe, so we can continue this little chit chat. But anyways, thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Raw Moments.